Hey Capricorn, welcome to your weekly reading for November the 11th through the 15th. This is an extended read for the week. Um, yeah, the board is a mess because I've been busy. Sorry that I'm late, but during the day, it's just too much activity. And I have dogs, and when they hear somebody coming up the stairs, they're barking. Um, I know you hear me complaining in every video about my neighbor's granddaughter and her little friends up underneath my window making noise, and the garbage trucks, and it's just so much going on. So it is like 3 o'clock in the morning here, and I've had this laid out all day. I try to. I don't have a problem, shuffling and reading. First of all, to me, shuffling takes up too much time in a video, but some people like watching it. And for me, I just don't feel right unless, I've shuffled for a good amount of time to agitate the cards. But I wanted to spend more time talking and getting into the storyline and the subject than, shuffling cards and trying to lay them down. So, because the Cappies showed up in the comments and were interactive, uh, and my sister is a Capricorn, Taurus rising. Hey, sissy. Um, I've decided to do a little bit extra for you guys because you guys have shown me so much love and I appreciate it. So, got my gigantic cup of tea. I know y'all see every time. Can you see? Yeah. I'm always here with this gigantic boatload cup of tea. I am a tea drinker. I love tea. And tonight's tea, or this morning's tea, is Tulsi. And it's Tulsi ginger. That's what it is. It's Tulsi ginger. And it's just spicy. It's warming. It's just really good. And I know you like, shut the fuck up and get to the reading. Okay, I'm gonna get to it. So, pick 2 oracle cards, and we got Between Worlds and Breathe. So, Between Worlds, the essential meaning is transitions, not being quite out of one situation and fully engaged in another. Temporary blindness, no man's land. So the message is Between the Worlds is where you must let go of the tendency to make assumptions. This is a time when you are unable to see what is ahead. Cultivate curiosity and trust the process of change and growth. You are done learning the lessons of recent experiences. This is in this place between what was and what will be is a state of making and unmaking and making again. What is essential now is to admit not knowing. There is great freedom and power to be unleashed. A mystery that is not yours to understand weaves the web of life within a divine matrix of consciousness greater than your own thoughts, feelings, beliefs, desires, and decisions. The seeds that were planted in the past begin to take root, but what surfaces will probably not be what you expect. When you are between the worlds, you are invited to see with the curious eyes of a child glimpsing a rainbow for the first time. Do so and you will not be disappointed. So this is what stuck out to me was transitions, not being quite out of one situation and fully engaged in another. Temporary blindness, right? And I always read the general message. I don't read the relationship message because, as I've said before, the reading is the reading unless I specify it's a relationship read, because you can take it to mean it may mean a financial situation for you, a work situation. It could be a situation with a relative or a friend or something like that. So I know love is what everybody wants to hear. Personally, for me, I want to know how my money doing, when my money coming in. I'm worried about my coins, but everybody has their own passion. So this is a collective read, and just take it how it fits. And if it doesn't, like don't try to make it fit. The next card up is Breathe. And the essential meanings are patience, waiting, going slowly, wellness, meditation, trust. The message is patience in all things is called for right now. What do you need to do when you're in a rush? Slow down, of course. Meditate and trust. Breathe and repeat. Humans cannot exist without drawing breath. Now is the time to allow the life-giving element of air to replenish your body, your being, and your very essence. Stop to smell the roses, breathe in the sunlight, and release the darkness, and miracles will appear. Okay, I'm just glancing over the relationship message portion of it. I just looked down and I saw something, so I'm going to read this relationship message between worlds. This is a time to explore the new energy between you and another. It is not a moment for certainty, but rather for discovery and curiosity. You don't yet know if this will last forever, so allow yourself to explore who you are and what is reflected back to you. This relationship is meant to educate you about yourself. What do you need? What do you like or dislike? What values are important to you? You are in a critical phase of your relationship that is not to be dismissed or hurried. I don't know why I felt compelled to read that, but my eyes glossed over it, so keep those messages in mind. So let's get started. All right. So the overall energy is a defeat, an empty victory. Somebody that got what they wanted, but they find out it's not what they expected, or it falls flat. And this is concerning this Queen of Wands. The energy that this Queen of Wands is operating in is to own the Poet in reverse, and that's card number 29. So let's read card number 29. Keywords: clear sight, poetry, erotic energy, laughter, not getting into serious mischief. And in reverse, the message is, this card reverse can indicate confusion about what is really true, or it may suggest that we are being silent when in fact we need to speak up. It can also indicate lies found out. You can get into a lot of trouble with Ta'om. Just use a little common sense. If you don't have much, here is your chance to develop some instead of spending your brain energy making up excuses for foolishness. This card, reversed in a reading, suggests that exercising good sense is of some urgency, unless you wind up head over heels like the reverse Ta'om. All right. She's operating in this energy. It's like she's keeping her head in the sand. She sees what's going on, but she's pretending not to see. She doesn't want to upset the status quo. I'm pretty sure she knows what's going on, but she's just in denial. Because it says the card reverse can indicate confusion about what is really true. Or it may suggest that we are being silent when in fact we need to speak up. She could be one of those individuals that knows that her husband is cheating, but she turns a blind eye to it as long as he stays with her, or as long as he comes back to her. So I'm going to leave this open because I need to keep referring to it. Then we got the gift card. And the gift doesn't necessarily mean a monetary gift or, like a real gift. It could be information. It could be a chance meeting. It could be anything. So I clarified that. And I got Page of Wands in reverse, which is unrequited love. Eight of Pentacles, somebody willing to put in the work. And the Chariot card, moving forward full speed ahead. So I'm not sure how I feel about that. I'm not sure how I feel about this. Because the Page of Wands can also be upsetting news too. It could be upsetting news, unrequited love. It could be a broken heart. It can be indecision. So we're going to leave this right here. So this is the energy that we're dealing with. This is an empty victory. That this Queen of Wands is the subject matter. So what we're dealing with, this week is a relationship from the past. Okay, and keep in mind that energy is fluid. This could have already happened. It can be happening now. It can happen tomorrow, next week, next month, next year. But I'm just going to give you what came up in the cards. So this is a connection from the past. Somebody came back to it. This Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is non-committal, serial cheater, for me, my Queen of Wands, my King and Queen of Wands, well, the majority of the kings and queens, if you got two of them on the board, they're a couple. But I've noticed in the readings that I do, the King and Queen of Wands are usually married. So they're more or less actual people, married people. So I'm taking it that her counterpart was screwing around. They may have separated. So he comes back. He wants a victory with her, and they want to start all over again, go on a new journey. And she's the main female, right? So this is where we're at currently. This is the energy. This is the subject for this week. Something comes through this week. A message, something. This message is going to be about forward movement. Somebody wanting to put in the work. She's, right now it's looking as if she's the recipient of this message. It could be that this person acting in the Knight of Wands energy was indecisive, but now he wants to put in the work. So this is where we're at. So you got Ace of Pentacles in reverse and the Chariot in reverse. This, to me, speaks to a financial situation. It doesn't have to be. But I'm just picking up like money. This is a money-driven situation. I don't know, I could be wrong, but that's just what I'm getting from this. So something's going through a hardship that needs stability. All right. Something's been stagnant. There was no forward movement. Nothing. So you got this King of Wands, who now wants to give to a poor situation. They're in this relationship that was on hold. He left. They got back together. For some, they were separated at some point. They get back together. Somebody is released from bondage. Now, based on what I have right here, I'm thinking that when they were on this hiatus over here, dude was with somebody else. So he let this individual go. He ended it and sent her a message. Or he could have told this Queen of Wands. That's what he did. Because the message went to the single woman. Right? So he comes back, decides that they're going to work it out. So whoever he was involved with, it came to an end. So now we have something that wasn't resurrected. Somebody made a harsh judgment to end something. Right? They ended something that they were feeding even when it was in a period of stagnation. So whoever this was, this Queen of Swords, she set herself free from just hanging around, right? She made a choice. She released the burden. And with her doing that, it left this King of Wands with the decision of going forward with this relationship or dealing with this situation of unrequited love. So that came with the community card. Community is things that you hold near and dear to your heart. So that was clarified by the Wand of Wands, the Queen of Wands, and the Empress, both in reverse. So both these individuals are on their head because I'm pretty sure she knows about her. Not sure if she knows about her. Because I'd have been here all night or all morning clarifying this. But these two are in his sphere, right? So you have fix it with this one, or go after the one that got away, the one that you really, really want. Okay. And so based on the rest of this, just glancing at it, because she's so prevalent in everything, because she's here on the board a couple of times, he's here on the board a couple of times, he went with the Queen of Wands. Okay. So this is someone bound to a situation. Emotionally bound to a situation. Could be by choice. And I say that because we got the Seven of Pentacles. This is nurturing something, you know, waiting for your efforts to bear fruit. Somebody's trapped in a situation, but they're waiting for something to happen. They're waiting because they're staying because they want a victory. There's going to be some sort of communication about what's on this individual's mind, this King of Wands mind. He's going to tell her, his Queen of Wands, that he wants to work it out. You know, he wants it to be successful. But he's lying. He's got his guard up, and it's something that he's not sharing. So now we're moving to the Eight of Cups. This past relationship is being re-examined. Somebody's taking a closer look at it. We have this Three of Cups, where they're probably out celebrating, trying to bond, reconnect. Could be a situation of codependency because of the drinking. But we still have this situation of unrequited love that somebody can't let go of. It could be that he's looking back at this third-party situation. She can be looking at it and realizing that he still hasn't let go of the situation. So something comes in that's unexpected. It can be a message, a chance meeting, but at any rate, this shakes this relationship to its core. Could be a text message that was sent to this King of Wands. It's something. Oops. Right? So we have here Queen of Wands again. She's in the upright, and then the energy she's operating here is fairy card number, is that 39? Yeah, that's 39. So let's look at 39. Oh. That's sunken treasure, discovery of self, adventure. Now the Queen of Wands is somebody that she knows her worth. Okay, she's very well put together. And in the upright, yeah, it's in the upright. It says, Lasguna tells us to pay attention to our dreams, to listen to the murmur of the waters, to note the patterns in the damp fallen leaves, to listen for the distant high sounds of angelic music among the stars. She also suggests soothing baths, hot tubs, jacuzzis, trips to the nearest spa or hot springs, and dips in the handiest sea, pond, or mountain lake. Mud baths also help us quiet down and become strong enough to explore her territory, which is the earth and the waters, from the depths to the heights. What I get from that, I leave that open. What I get from that is she needs to reconnect to who she is. Because this is paired with the Five of Wands. That's competition. That's arguments, petty arguments. That's conflict, jealousy. And because she's in the upright, it could be romantic rivalry. Somebody from the past. We have this Six of Cups again. Somebody is scattered. Their energy is scattered. They don't know how to proceed. They're not grounded. And whatever the situation is not good, it's stressful. So whatever this Tower moment is over here, involving this King of Wands, he's being emotionally manipulative. And this causes the end of the relationship, because that's the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. So this main female, and like I said, time is an illusion. Energy is fluid. She may be under the misperception, is that a word? That she won because this individual came back. She closed her eyes, because I'm sure this is not anything new. I'm sure this is a repetitive pattern with this individual, where they keep separating, coming back together, separating, coming back together. Because what was this again? Between worlds. Transitions, not being quite out of one situation and fully engaged in another. So for the both of them, she's in and out with him, and he's in and out with somebody else. He came back, decided that he wanted to take this relationship. You know, it had been on pause. He may have told her that he's released the past, and possibly sent a message to this Empress over here. She's probably the type of woman that, you know, goes through phones, just likes drama. Yeah, she could have went through his phone and saw something and forced him to put an end to something. If you got to go through all of that, then you don't need to be in a relationship with anybody. It's just not that serious. I'll tell anybody, I'm too pretty to chase dick. That is just not something that I do. Whoever the King of Wands was dealing with, cut themselves loose. Or it could be when this chick found out about it, she forced him to let her go. Or the Empress could have let herself go. And then he's faced with going for that new beginning or rekindling instead of the unrequited love between these two. But his mind never left. His mind never left this woman. So she feels like she won. But in all essence, she didn't. Empty victory. She didn't. You know, she's bound to the situation, blindfolded, nourishing it, giving to it in hopes of it being successful. You know? And this individual is still lying. He'll still guard it. He's still hiding something. He could still be sending messages to this other woman behind her back. So that's your message, Capricorn. Let's see if we can get another oracle message for you. If it resonates, leave me a comment. Click the like button. Let's see what else we got for you. And I'm reading the cards as the pronouns that I see. If the roles are switched, if you're the Queen of Wands and your counterpart is the King of Wands, then, switch the characters. Just because it's a queen doesn't necessarily mean that it's a she. So, what do we have? And personally, I feel like this: if she has to go through all of this with old boy, then yeah, you need to just cut it off. It ain't that serious. Trust in higher forces. Shapeshifter, transform and unveil your gifts. Enjoy success and happiness. I don't know. I'm not feeling that these are resonating, but we're going to go ahead and read what they say anyway. Shaman, trust in higher forces. This is card number 64. The message is, trust in your angels, guides, and ancestors. If you have given your powers away, claim it back. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Wow. Then we have Shapeshifter, transform and unveil your gifts. Would that be next? No, yeah. Take your time and focus on developing your gifts and strengths. Yeah, she's lost track of who she is. And then we have Sun, enjoy success and happiness. That's card 134. Know that doors are opening for you. Follow up new projects, ventures, and ideas. Connect with the inner fire that is driving you forward. Yeah, she's got to know that once she steps into her power, she's not going to accept this. She needs to see who she is so she can move forward. But empty victory, competition with her rival, the other woman. Dude supposedly made a decision between her and the other woman, but something's going to happen. Tower moment is going to hit, and she's going to find out that he really didn't stop dealing with this woman, and that's going to end the relationship. So, Capricorn. That's your message. If it resonated, like I said, click the like button, leave me a comment down below. And if you've set a spell, you like the vibe, then join the tribe. By all means, hit that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. Until then, catch you on the flip side. Namaste.